the year. Metro Exodus. For many reasons. The first of which, this game, I played it to the end, and it stuck with me the entire time. I appreciated that it didn't, I appreciated that it didn't stick completely to Metros, which wasn't a problem with 2033 and Last Light. I love both of those. I actually love everything Metro. I have the books. I have all the books. I've read all the books. I enjoyed all of them. This game was my most anticipated game of the year. I like that you have to, that when you get out in the wasteland, you have to, I love when my brain does this crap. What is it? What's my map button? I like that once you get out to the wasteland, you have to take care of your gear. You have to do stuff. But unlike other games, you only have two things you ever have to worry about. You only have to worry about two things. One of which is, chemical, and the other one is metal. That's all you ever have to worry about. Everything is made from those. It took everything from 2033 and 2035 and turned them up to 11. It does have some negatives I will get to in a bit. It is nice. The way that this game is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that nice touch of that spider crawling on you. Which, as anyone who's played this game before knows, them spiders grow big. They grow dangerous. They get evil. This game is just graphically... I'm playing on Xbox One. And I think this game is just graphically beautiful. I think there's very few games that look this good. In the last generation, period. Seeing this year, the new games come out. I scared the shit out of me. That scared the hell out of me. Oh my god, that made me jump. I have not played this game since it came out because it's like 2033 and 2035 and Last Light. I don't play it much. It's the kind of game I don't play much. I savor it like a fine wine. They have released the first DLC, and the first DLC is excellent. The two generals, I thought it was nice the way they were telling the story of the main general from 2033 and Last Light, and they're telling his story along with the story of the boy you run across in the story. No spoilers. Any spoilers, wait here. This is the kind of game, if you want to experience it, take time. Buy it. Watch someone play it that loves this. This is the kind of game that only really works if you have someone who loves the series playing it. I do not think a game stuck with me this year more than this game. This game stuck with me even now. This game, I'm oftentimes thinking of this. Well, fuck me, I cannot talk. This game, after I beat it, I was still thinking of it months later. I was just thinking the other day about the two endings, because as with the other two games, there is two endings, and they're both based on the weird moral system that you don't know exists unless you know these games. Okay? The morality system is part of this one thing I want to talk about. It is not a good morality system. The morality system is one of the worst things of this game. Period. I hated the morality system. I hate it in 2033. I hate it in Last Light. I hate it in this game. Don't worry about doing all the special stuff to get the good ending. Okay, just play the game how you want to play it. Because I played the game in what I felt was the good way, and I still got the bad ending. So, fuck the endings. Play this game to completion how you want to play it. If you want to play it where you run around guns blazing, play it that way. If you want to play it where you're running around being a stealth guy, play it that way. They have you get this train partway through the game, and it is just beautifully done. As soon as they announced this game, I knew I was gonna get it. And the moment they announced the release date, I went up and pre-ordered this game. And I don't pre-order games ever. I don't. I pre-ordered 3 games this year. This is the first game I pre-ordered of the year, and this to me is the game of the year. The characters are well written, the acting is well done. I mean, you can go to the options here. Yeah, options. You can go to sound, and you can actually make. I don't know how the hell to do it. Game options maybe. I played it on easy because when I played this game for the first time, I played it with the full option of playing it for the story. It does have nice little things. Nice things. One thing that people talk about is gaming for everybody. The things for gamers that are handicapped, and this has subtitles with a background. You can make the subtitles as small or big as you want. Subtitles for the hearing impaired, meaning every little sound is going to be there. The QTE for people with muscle issues, you can make it to where this is press it, hold it, or tap it. I play, no sounds for tinnitus, meaning people with tinnitus can play this game. You got all this stuff, it's amazing. The game mode, you can make it toggle for people, again, with muscle issues. They did so much with this game. I have no idea what the hell that is. I just, literally what I kept it on. I believe there is an option to make it in Russian, which is also very nice. You have so many weapons. The weapon choice is phenomenal. I mean, you have everything from the fan-beloved bastard gun that is completely changeable and other stuff. The pistol can become a long-range weapon. The sniper rifle can be a close-range weapon. You can make the shotgun. The shotgun is 1 shot, 2 shot,
okay.
5 shot.
The doctor said you'll be fine. Are you trying to kill me with worry? What if next time you don't return from the surface?
Okay, I think I'm gonna pause this because I think it's about to get something wildly inappropriate, and I don't want that.
There's no one out there, Artyom. No one to find.
I
no
love
one to talk to.
everything about this
if
game.
It
starts off.
You think they'd be here
short.
already?
It starts off a couple years after 2035, or I mean, Last Light. The book's 2035, so my bad. Keep getting confused.
It
has amazing gameplay, amazing characters. Colonel Miller is one of the 2 colonels. Another one is there's a boy you come across. No spoilers. And his dad was a colonel, and Colonel Miller is the other colonel. And it's going over the 2 stories at the same time, and it's amazing. And the voice acting is exceptional. You got collectibles like always. You got diaries. You got postcards, which is really cool. You got postcards you can collect in Moscow. And this goes all over Russia, okay? And Russia isn't just, fucking winter wasteland.
Dad,
you come across a desert. and that desert happens to be was once the Caspian Sea. And you come across survivors, you come across, it's just this massive game that's travel across hundreds, thousands of miles in a train.
If not us, then who?
I think the Metro games are great for anyone who likes post-apocalyptic.
You look fine
I think
to
they're great
me.
for anyone who likes stealth or shooter games.
Get ready to go. Then we'll discuss your transfer to Polis.
Would not I cannot recommend this game more.
We need to talk.
For anybody. I'm sure there's even a colorblind mode I don't know about. Or, you know, I know there's games that have colorblind modes. This might have a colorblind mode. I don't know. I didn't look that closely. I didn't see it in the options, but then again, I wasn't looking for it. It could very well be there.
We managed to bring you back.
I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't have it in here. Let's look at the video options real quick. I don't know what that is. You know, I mean, of course, you know, there's so much good about this game. I cannot sing its praises high enough. I cannot recommend this to enough people. I have not recommended it to enough. I cannot recommend it enough. I have played the entire series, and I'm really excited for what they're going to do next. Much like 2033 and Last Light. No. Good ending from 2033 was retconned in Last Light. The bad ending from Last Light was retconned for 2030 for Exodus, and this bad ending will be retconned for the next game. I guarantee it. But either way, I recommend it. It's worth the money. In my opinion, it's worth the money, and it's going on sale quite often now for less than $30. Give it time; it'll be less than $20, and I would recommend buying it. It is going to be my game. It is my game of the year, and I'd put it as a strong contender for top 5 of the decade, because this did what open world games don't do. I mean, I love Borderlands 3, and I love Far Cry New Dawn, but this does something different. When you get your map, you get literally nothing on that map except for your mission marker. Everything else is on you to find.
Could save so many wounded.
You have to get up somewhere high, pull out your field glasses, your binoculars, look around, and mark stuff. As you're walking through the world, you're marking stuff on your map.
Put it this way.
You don't just get these hand-fed to
bring
you.
you back next time.
The gunplay is amazing. It is famously called the Bastard because it overheats very, very easily. It overheats a lot. Oh, pardon me. And that's just because it's the most beloved fan-made gun.
Uncle Artyom.
Or it's the most fan-beloved gun.
I believe you. Will you take me with you when you find the club outside?
So, quick rundown of the story. It takes place some time after Last Light. You find there's a broadcast. You find out the broadcast here is being shut down by the higher ups because they were told to do so. You find out there's broadcasts of survivors outside of Moscow, and you travel. My recommendation, if you ever get a chance to play, turn off the HUD and play without the HUD. Play without any of that. It is absolutely so immersive, and everybody uses that word for every fucking game released. They used it for Rage 2, they used it for Far Cry Far Cry 3 when it first came out, and 4 and 5, and while I enjoy the Far Cry games, this is the first game that the world, now, by immersive, I don't mean it makes me think, oh, I'm living in this world. It's the first game where the game world pulled me in and really kept me wanting to see that next chapter, that next level, that next part we go to. The Caspians, the students, and the stuff that they have. It was nice that when they showed it off at E3, they didn't give away too much. They gave away just enough. But they didn't show much at E3. They didn't, I don't think, if I can recall, as far as I recall, I don't believe anything from the E3 gameplay was in the actual game, but I could be wrong. I have not played this game since it came out. But it has been the one game that has affected me the most and made me feel the most for these characters. This kid here is dying because living underground is just not working out for these people. You know?
I don't want him going crazy.
They think Artyom's going crazy, and there really is.
I can't even sleep since you told him silly stories.
Actually, it's kind of much like Far Cry 5. But I mean, there's so much good about this game. It is probably one of my top 3 favorite games. I mean, this is probably my favorite shooter series ever. There was nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing bad about this game. There was nothing bad about this game when it was released. 2033, 2030, or Last Light, both are exceptional games. But this took everything from those games and turned them up to 11. Spinal Tap style. You know, they took that bit and they pushed it up, and they made the gameplay. They made the graphics more fun. They tightened the gunplay, and the gunplay feels so good. It feels so powerful. It feels like it should. It feels like you're actually... It feels like it should. Everything about this game is beautiful. From the way you can listen into conversations like that, or the way you can, you can explore like I'm exploring right now. I'm literally just fucking about. To the way that when your gas mask has a hole in it and you hit the button to repair it, you literally throw a piece of duct tape on your mask, and it just works so well, and it's so fun. You get a pneumatic gun that you have to keep pumped, and it works so well. I mean, look, yeah, it's drab, it's brown and grains and stuff. Look how nice this looks, and look at this, I can turn it off, and then I can turn it off, and then you have a lighter made from a bullet, which was shown off at the beginning of the game, and you can just turn this stuff. I mean, it's great the way that it just little things like that. I mean, even lighting changes based on what you turn off, you know. They kind of messed with it in the previous few games for this game. Like I said, turned it up and made it better. I was not disappointed in anything about this game. Borderlands 3, my number 2 game of the year. It was something of a disappointment to me. Mainly because it was this game that was built up since 2, we waited so long for it, and it just didn't live up to hype. My number 3 game of the year, Far Cry New Dawn, was just Far Cry 5 with a prettier paint job and less interesting villains, you know. This game wasn't about villains, it's not about the destination, it's literally about the journey. And that's what made this game amazing. You don't have games that are about the journey much anymore. You have games that are about the destination. You know, getting from point A to point B. This game asks you to take your time, explore these worlds, learn this stuff, you know. Learn what you can, you know. And it's awesome. You know, I mean, it's just... Yeah, there it is, voice language. You can choose Russian, German, you know, you can play it in Russian, German, Spanish, French. I mean, obviously I play it in English because I'm fucking English. You can also play with those subtitles, you know. I mean, this game really... I was very happy with it. I was not disappointed in it at all. I'm gonna figure out what that is, because I'm fairly sure I'm playing on... Anyways, yeah, this is a game I would recommend anyone pick up. It's worth the money. It's nice. It is very nice that they have it to where it is so easily accessible for anybody to play. You know, I got the two kernels when it came out because of course I bought the deluxe edition. I had to. That just, the box was so freaking awesome. I had to have that. I cannot sing the praises enough. I gotta say, there is a few issues. Some of the enemy AI is not the best. That was one issue with this. However, they did fix the stealth mechanics from the previous two games. In the previous two games, one enemy would find you, and suddenly every fucking enemy knows where you're at. They fixed that with this game. Sometimes enemy AI is stupid, sometimes the mutants aren't as interesting as they could be. I cannot recommend this game enough. I spent the money on it, and it was absolutely worth it. I have not been more satisfied with the game this year, much less the past few years, as I have been with this. I mean, I bought South Park: The Fractured Butthole. That was fun. A couple years ago, that was a great game. That was probably my game of the year 2017. You know, 2018, I had a lot of great games released, but, you know, I mean, none that were really, you know, oh my god, I have to play this game over and over. This is... Borderlands 2 is Borderlands 2 is my game of the decade. I put this at number 2. And not because I played it the most, it was the one that affected me the most and made you care about Artyom. And it was about the journey, not the destination. And that alone is why I think this is my game of the year. That journey is a beautiful journey that has great gunplay, great characters, beautiful character moments. There's one part when you're out in the open world, one of the open worlds, because it's not one massive open world like every other fucking open world game. It's little maps. Well, like the Borderlands series, it's little maps here and there, and those maps are open world. And it's on you to go explore them. You can go save some prisoners and get a key, and that key will lead you to a room later in the game or in that level, and then that will get you the night vision goggles. Explore a monster den and find a better backpack. I found a charger in one. For fuck's sake. I cannot recommend this game enough for anybody. Whether you're a shooter fan or not, whether you're about the destination or the journey, I'm a man who believes the journey is the most important part of anything. My movie of the year is about the journey, not the destination. My movie of the year is probably Midsommar, and that movie is another property where it's about the journey, not the destination. And this is very much about that journey from the opening cinematic to the closing cinematic, and all the time between is about that journey from point A to point B at the end of it all. I highly recommend it. It is going to be my game of the year without a second thought. It absolutely fucking is. And with that, I thank you for tuning in to my game of the year trilogy. 2020 is shaping up to have a great start. Here in April we have Cyberpunk 2077. That's my first anticipated game of the year. This was my first anticipated game of the year that came out in, I believe it was April. My next one is Cyberpunk 2077. That's also coming out in April, and that's my next anticipated game. And hopefully, same guy that did Witcher 3, hopefully it does not disappoint. So hey, here's to thank you for tuning in. Please tune in to more of my stuff. Subscribe if you enjoyed my 3 games of the year, or if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I thank you very much. Please enjoy Sully Group Gaming and enjoy my gameplays. I'm working on Far Cry Primal right now, and It's going to be my game for the foreseeable future, probably with a little bit more crap here and there sprinkled throughout, just for every so often something different, because it's, yeah, it's something else. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you. Subscribe, because there is definitely more content coming your way.